Okay, so it's been a couple of weeks since I put up a video. I'm kind of in the middle of doing a whole bunch of stuff in the lab and a little bit of a job change going on. So this is going to be a little bit more about, I don't know, maybe what you want to work on compared to what you don't. That's probably the best way to put it. So a guy brought this in that I love to death because it keeps me busy. At the same time, every now and then I'll bring in something like this. This is a Bose. I think it's called a Soundwave. I don't really know too much about them. I think it's a AWRCC2, something like that. And it's pretty cool. They sound really good. I didn't know a bunch about them. I don't have any Bose equipment. I've got some headsets, earphones, I should say. But other than that, I don't really have any Bose stuff. So he brought this thing in because the owner had a disc jammed in it, and apparently at some point they tried to remove said disc the hard way, and once they got the disc out, then the thing wouldn't read any discs. So not sure exactly what caused the damage. There could have been a couple of things, but the diagnosis that I came up with was a couple of things. First off, the laser diode was not dioding. Well, the laser pickup was not picking anything up. There was absolutely no signal whatsoever coming from it. And I had also noticed that there was a problem with the connector, which is actually right here. And we don't need it. This actually is for the Bose Connect. So if you have one of these things, there's a little groove between two of the this is a non-standard 9-pin DIN is what this is, and there's a hole in between two of the pins, so there's no replacing this thing. These are proprietary. If you can get your hands on one, I'm not sure where to do it, so you can't just go up on Mauser or DigiKey and get a hold of them. And that was one of the reasons that I wanted to make the video, was because these things are really cool and they work really well. They're very well built, I think. I mean, they come apart really easy. Everything's kind of stacked together nicely, and they sound great, especially for their size. But there's a lot of proprietary stuff in here. So I know there's a company out in Colorado. They'll rebuild the whole unit for, I think, around $300. But if you call them and ask to order one of these, they no dice. Anything that they have is strictly for their repairs, not for you. So the other thing is, any of these systems that have a laser pickup on it, and the reason that I bring this up is because it's really easy to take a good unit and make it very bad, and I'm not sure that that's what happened to this one. I don't know if it was just maybe the laser got smoked one way or the other, but see, there's this little solder connector right here, this little pad. When you go to take this out, this entire CD tray, when you go to take this out or put it back in, the whole time that this thing should be out, you need to put a little dot of solder on this before you disconnect this ribbon, because that's basically the protection circuit for the laser diode. So if you don't do that, you can damage that diode, and it's very easy to do, and then you're going to wind up replacing one of these. A lot of the systems, you can get this entire carriage for a lot of pieces of equipment for $10-20, and it's got the diode, the laser pickup, the whole thing in it, ready to go. You can't get one of these. I wasn't able to find one, but you can get the laser, and the laser is going to cost you about $40 with shipping and everything. And I only found one supplier, and that was a guy on eBay, which I don't like doing, but I couldn't find it anywhere else. So I went ahead and I straightened out the carriage. A couple pieces in the carriage needed a little bit of straightening, and I replaced a spring. And we seem to have everything working, so I'll just go ahead and demonstrate that it is working at this point. So before, it wouldn't take the disc straight, and then when you did give it the disc, so there we've got a disc in. It's now reading the disc. See if it tracks. And there we have a track. So I'll go ahead and give it a little volume adjustment. Okay, There's another track, so it seems to be functioning just fine. There we go. So we're able to go through the different tracks. It's picking them up. It's reading them okay. Now, I didn't have to do an alignment on this laser. It was already done. It pretty much came from the place that I picked it up on eBay. It pretty much came ready to go. Now, that doesn't mean if you have to replace one, it will be. You may have to slap a scope on it and check it for alignment. This one checked out just fine, so no problems there. But again, you know, you set one of these things down on the bench, and if you cause any more damage to it, you're going to wind up eating it. So I guess just a little bit of a word of warning. Know what you're going to work on, and don't obligate yourself to work on something, but definitely know what you're doing, because like I said, just trying to take one of these out without putting in some circuit protection will definitely cause a little bit of a problem. So okay, I'm not going to make a big video out of this one. I'm going to go ahead and put this thing very gently back together, give it a few more tests, and get it out of here as soon as possible. So, but we do have a working unit now where we did not before. So, all right, I've got some more things to do, but I will hopefully be back soon with some more videos that get a little bit more in depth into some repairs. So until the next video, take care of yourself, and we'll see you soon.